Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's Marketing Chat. I'm your host, Terry Johnson from Terry Johnson Online, here today to talk to you about everything with digital marketing and marketing land that is content marketing, digital marketing, social media marketing, email marketing, SEO, branding, websites, all of that good stuff that's inside of all of the things that you need to do to grow your business online. So as you can see, I'm in a new spot. Well, actually, it's not a new spot. It's the old spot. I call this the pandemic spot. you have, we have, uh, we there's people working from home today. So, and kids are home with school and everything. So I had to go back into my old spot so I can have a little peace and quiet and talk to you this week. So that's why I'm talking so low. Like I sound different, don't I? I'm usually more boisterous. So, hey, Carlos. Good morning. How are a good afternoon? We're on the East Coast right at 1 p.m. Thank you for joining me, Carlos. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're doing well. And if I sound a little hesitant, it is because I have to get acclimated back to this spot. So this is like deja vu. You know that song by Beyonce, da, 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 deja vu, da, 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 da. Carlos, yes, we should hang. Definitely. Let me put that up on the screen. Also, I'm on my laptop, so it is super weird to me. So if I seem a little, and then I'm on, I have a little stand for my laptop, so I have to remember not to touch it because the camera will move. There's so many things I gotta retrain myself that I did when we were in, from March 2020 on. So that's why I feel a little. And then also, I think I'm getting a cold or something because my throat is just like really weird. Not COVID, not COVID. It's just, now you can't tell the difference between COVID, cold, flu, whatever. So I've got something and it's in the back of my nose and my back of my throat. It's not COVID. Okay. I don't know. I'm telling you, I feel super weird because I'm the kind of person like change I have to get used to. And I'm like, okay, now I had to remember how to set up the light, how to put the laptop thing in. And I have a new MacBook Air, but it doesn't have USB ports. So I couldn't put my camera in and then I couldn't put my mic. I was like, I gotta go back to the old laptop and it just I don't know. Just bear with me. Thank you. Okay, so let me get the I don't know the business of setting up out of the way. Thank you for joining me, and if you're here live, welcome. Say hi. Carlos has said hi. Say hi. Tell me where you're from. What's going on in your neck of the woods? That sounds like who used to say that on TV? Al Roker. I think it's Al Roker. So tell me where you are. What's going on? If it's cold where you are, it's cold here. It's like 18 degrees in New York, so it's really cold. Just chat. Let me know what's on your mind. Also, to the replay gang, the replay viewers, I know you're here. So, just if you're watching this after the live, it's okay. It's fine. You can still join the conversation. You can put your questions, thoughts, comments in, anything you want to add, because I am still in the conversation that's going on in the chat. So, if you're here, replay gang, you can use the hashtag replay gang. You can say whatever you want to say. Keep it clean, keep it nice, no troll, no hate speech, no any of that stuff. But usually we got a pretty good gang, so that it doesn't bother me. Well, actually, no. Well, it doesn't bother me. Carlos says, "I will show you what you need." Thank you. I know, cause he knows. He knows. All right, so we got all of the business of the call to action and the welcoming out of the way, and I got my notes. So I got to remember what the topic is. So today's topic is the power of your marketing message. See, I'm forgetting the power of your marketing message. And see, I don't have it in my notes. I have something that says start with your message, which is a direction for me. It's not the topic. So the topic is the power of your marketing message. And I want to talk about this because yesterday I know in the Biz Chicks they talked about your power. Let me see. What was it? Your power something. I want to get it right because we're kind of piggybacking off of that. And let me bring up my notes real quick. It's only going to take a second. Just a second, just a second, just a second. And my iPad is not loading. Let me go to videos. And let me see. Oh, the power of impact? Well, that's the title they have, the power of impact. But it was really something about your power, something about your power. And that is just, it ties into what we're talking about today, which is the power of your marketing message, because I saw something on the news. I watch a lot of news. I'm a news junkie, not political news, just business news, financial news, tech news, lifestyle, anything like that that catches my attention. So on Saturday, I watched CBS. Is it CBS Saturdays? I forgot. They changed the name of all the shows. It comes on Saturday, CBS. So I have the CBS app so I can watch it. I don't have to catch it live because I'm Saturday morning. So I watched it, and then I saw this story about a guy, a gentleman in Texas, who has something he calls a plant lounge. Now I have it on YouTube, so I'm going to play it. But it was interesting because he when I saw the story about him and the plants and what he's trying to say, his message, I said this ties into what I've been saying for a while, actually since the pandemic started, that if you're thinking about a niche to get in, it is wellness, meditation. I don't want to say happiness. There's another word I want to say, mental well-being, but it doesn't have to be the medical side of it, because I was saying that a lot of people may be put off because they think they have to have a certificate, a degree, a doctor, something in front of their name to help people, and you don't. You don't. So this story is a perfect example of how what he does, what he loves. His message is plants. He calls himself a plant artist. You will see in the piece. It's about 2 minutes that he is bringing about calmness, wellness, meditation, good feeling, getting people their mindset into a better space through plants. So he has this plant lounge in Texas, and people come in and he teaches them how about plants. He deals in succulents, and I don't know the I know succulents are something like cacti and those types of plants that you don't have to water all the time, and you can kind of be hands off, but they still look pretty. I don't think they flower. I don't know the definition of succulent. I know what it is when I see it, but it's that think of cactus if you think about it. If you know the definition of succulent, please put it in. And it has to do with plants, that word. Um, but he creates these terrariums and sea moss walls, and you'll see in the piece. And I was just so blown away because I'm thinking that is an area where before the pandemic we wouldn't be thinking about what it brings to peace of mind. I'm thinking peace of mind. I'm gonna call it that. The peace of mind industry. That's what I'm calling it. Peace of mind. So that's wellness, meditation, um, sound bath meditation. I think her name is Jill. If I've got it wrong, I'm sorry, but she's sound bath meditation on social media, and she does the bowls. She does videos on TikTok with the bowls, and it's supposed to, the calmness of it and wellness, and it has to do with your mindset, getting you into a space where you're calmer and you can deal with all of the challenges of your life and everything there. So I don't want to get too woo woo, because that's what it's just. Oh, you're getting woo woo. No, now everybody's woo woo. Everybody's there. You're getting pets. You're getting people are shopping at having things delivered. That gives them a sense of peace and calmness. So I'm thinking the peace and calmness wellness area is going to grow from 2022 on. I almost said 2020. 2022 on forward. So if you can do like this guy and get into it, and the key, here's the key though. He's not just doing it because it's trendy or whatever. He was doing it before the pandemic. It was something that he loved because he had a corporate job and he wasn't happy, so he quit it and he got into what he called plant lounge, and he calls himself a plant artist. I agree, he is a plant artist because it is a step above going to Lowe's or Home Depot getting a plant. He kind of teaches the physiology and the psychology of plants and why you have them and what you need to do to take care of them, and how to build the terrarium, and how to build all of the I don't know, arrangements, I guess, because you got rocks and grass. He puts all of that stuff in there. So it is like art. It is art. So I want to talk about him because it's all about being yourself, being you, finding the message that comes out of you, not something you're creating, because that's not how you connect with an audience. Because we can tell if someone is doing something that doesn't bring them joy. And who is that? Netflix, the lady on Netflix is, if don't do it if it doesn't bring you joy. Marie something. The Asian lady. She has a TV show on Netflix. I watched a couple of episodes. She's real calming. She's real like real zen. I cannot remember her name, but she says if it doesn't bring you joy, then you throw it out. Or so I say, if it doesn't bring you joy, don't do it, because you come across as inauthentic, unauthentic. Is it in? I think it's inauthentic. Whatever. You're not genuine, and we can tell, especially if you're doing live. We can tell. Written, if you're doing written words and text and stuff, you know you can fudge that. But who's paying attention to text unless it's on a graphic? I don't pay attention to text. Got to be video or um a photograph, something to catch your eye. All right, so I'm rambling. Let me stop. So we're talking about the power of your message. I want to bring him up as an example. I forgot his name. I said I was going to try to remember his name. I call him the plant guy. He's Energy Gardens online on social media. So look him up and you'll see what I'm talking about. And I'm just bringing that up because we're talking about the power of your messaging. Be authentically you, and that leads to you having an effective online presence, because you're going to be more of who you are at your best. And I found this line from Mark Schaefer on his blog. He said, having an effective online presence means you need to be more of who you are at your best. And I thought that encapsulated perfectly what I wanted to talk about this topic. So we're talking about messaging, and this guy's message, I want you to see it. So let me bring it up. And again, sorry, bear with me. My laptop, I gotta get used to different buttons, and I thought I had it copied, but I don't. So now I have to go. I have to go look it up in history, because I showed this morning on the Biz Chicks channel. We talked about this earlier. So let me go into my history. And let's see. It's not there. It is. Okay. Let me see. Hold on. I got buttons. Different. Is that it? Okay, that's it. Different buttons I want to bring up. Ay. Now, I got to restart it. So it's about a 5-minute video. I don't think I'm going to play the whole thing. I just want you to get the gist of it. So let me see. Oh, now I see why I don't like this laptop. Okay, here we go. Now I got to go back to StreamYard and share it, right? Right. Okay, share screen. Tab. I think I have to restart it. Yeah, I have to restart pandemic.
It. And in Dallas, one plant-loving entrepreneur.
And you can't hear it because
online trend during the pandemic, along with sharing pictures of pets, many people are showing off their favorite house plants too. Whether it was a new hobby during downtime or a way to brighten up that work-from-home office, one study found that almost 2/3 of Americans have added plants to their collection during the pandemic. And in Dallas, one plant-loving entrepreneur has come up with a whole new place to do just that. Rodney Hawkins has the story.
You can push some of it back, to get that heat when you look at it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's all about the aesthetics.
Nature is on full display at the first ever plant lounge, owned and operated by Anthony Robinson.
And fill yours up, because if not, your plant's gonna be sunken down. Well, you got a cigar lounge, you got a hookah lounge, but there's no plant lounge.
And what is a plant lounge?
I mean, you can come in here and work, watch TV, listen to music, sit on the sofa. I just wanted to create an environment where you didn't feel that you had to come in, buy your plant, buy whatever you bought, and leave. I wanted people to be able to feel at home, welcome, and come in and just relax if they needed to.
Robinson opened Energy Gardens last spring after his plant sales exploded during the pandemic. The self-described plant artist creates elaborate terrariums and framed moss walls.
After the pandemic happened, all my markets shut down. I didn't know what I was going to do. Deliver food for a few days. Like, no, I can deliver plants. Went home, posted a few online. It went crazy. I said, this is what I'm going to do. And it never stopped.
There's a fast-growing market for houseplants, with 37 million people gardening indoors in 2020, up from 33 million in 2019.
Everybody wants plants. And that's beautiful.
Is it just a fad?
Nah, it's not a fad. Because you have plants that they won't expire. When you have some of these plants for 20 and 30 years, you'll be passing them down to your family members.
And while this is Robinson's calling, it wasn't always his day job.
I had a job that I just really didn't like. I didn't like it. So, instead of going to work sad on Monday and happy on Friday, doing that for the next 20 or 30 years, so well, let me plan out. Let me see what I need to do. Let me do the markets and do the different festivals for a year. Let me see if I can live off of that. I had my corporate job, did that from 8 to 5, got off work, spent time with my kids, did my plant projects and things at night, and sold them on the weekends.
It took him more than 6 years to cultivate his plant side hustle into a brick and mortar business
Voila.
in the trendy Dallas neighborhood called Deep Ellum. What do people say when they see you are out here selling plants and so invested in nature?
It's kind of normal number. When I started, there was nobody in this industry that looked like me. Nobody. So I would go to my wholesale nurseries or wholesale places to buy pots. A lot of them thought I was an employee. As time has changed, I'm the guy. I'll be standing outside sometimes. People drive by, hey, Energy Gardens.
One of Robinson's loyal customers
Oh, man. Hey, what's going on?
is 32-year-old Jesse Washington.
Plants have become so popular during the pandemic. Did you buy a lot of yours during the pandemic?
Last year, I think I bought about two, three big ones. I bought a big snake plant. I bought a big ponytail palm and the typewriter.
So you saying that out loud, did you think you were going to be this plant person that has 6 or 7 plants?
Nah, not originally, but you get compliments on them. Makes the space better. So he makes designs and the way he arranges them, the way he shoots them, they're always so fresh. Like it makes you wanna get them.
Robinson's arrangements are so popular, he sells out sipping plant parties.
Today we're going to build an arrangement with about 3 to 4 succulents.
He showed me how to make my own low maintenance arrangement. It's an easy process that starts with potting soil.
Grab it, fill it all the way up to the top, and I'll help you.
I'm getting back to my my kid's side, right?
Yeah.
Dang.
Okay, I didn't want to play the whole thing because I wanted really to talk about it. And I see Khalid is here. Hey Khalid, how you doing? And I'm gonna put his comment up before I start talking. Oh, again, sorry, I'm in new spot, old laptops. I gotta get used to the buttons. Khalid said, "Thank you so much for sharing the video. Inspired. Yes, it is inspiring. I'm glad you said that because when I saw it, that's when I said." This piece is not about plants. It has so much in it. Did you hear him say about planning? Did you hear him say about he had a corporate job? He worked 8 to 5, or I forgot, 9 to 5, and then he would work his plan for the plant business. I was like, okay, great. Then did you hear the one of the customers saying about he didn't buy any plants and now he has 3 or 4 or 5. He said it makes his space, it improves his living space. It makes him feel better. And also the part where he has the plant and sit parties, I think that's what he called it, where he has that open space, that plant lounge where he has people come over and he teaches them how to put the plants together and the arrangements and the design. I love this story because it's more about plants. And then the biggest thing that comes through is that he's authentically into this. This is his thing that makes him happy, but it is his business. And he turned it from a job that he didn't like, which, everybody, I think 90% of everybody knows, hey, I don't want to go to this thing on Monday, but I gotta go. And then you look toward Friday. So he's the opposite of that now because he put down a plan. He knew what he wanted to do, his messaging, and he knew what he wanted to reach or who he wanted to reach. And this is before the pandemic. He put all this into motion. So he was ahead of the time, but he's right on time because now this is something that people need. And I spoke about this wellness, well caring, improving your living spaces to change your mindset, philosophy, industry, niche. It's going to grow. It's going to get bigger from here on out. So if you can think of something like this. So when I was mentioning that you didn't have to be, you have to go to medical school and be a doctor and stuff like that in order to help people with their mental health or well-being. This is what I was talking about, even though this wasn't in my mind. But when I saw it, I said, this is what I was talking about. That he's doing something that he loves. He's being authentically himself. He has the knowledge. He learned it. He put out a plan. He said, this is what I'm going to do because I want to leave my corporate job. I want to do what I love. But he didn't just quit his job. He said, listen, I'm going to make a plan for what I need to do. So he would go to what the horticultural area where, people with, architects and gardeners and stuff and buy their stuff. And he would go there and buy things and learn things. So now he can take that knowledge, package it up, and then he can give it to people who or teach people who need this in their lives but didn't know that they needed it. Because like I said, I go to Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever and buy a plant. And I know here in New York it's like, places we can walk by. I know there's one on Broadway in 72nd or 70 something where you walk by and the guy has all the plants and stuff, but it's like it's something that you don't think about. But now it's needed because we're indoors more. So you want to brighten up your spaces. You don't want to, and you don't want to. We made a joke. Everybody watching Netflix during the pandemic when we were locked down and doing this and that. Well, that was the time to work on your hobby or your craft or the thing that gave you the joy, and work on it and plan it. That's what I'm talking about. Plans. You can't do anything without a plan. I posted on my Instagram yesterday. I love it when a plan comes together, which is the quote from Hannibal. Was it Colonel Hannibal on the A-Team? I love the A-Team when I was a kid. But I love when he said, I love what, and he was lighting a cigar. I love it when a plan comes together. That's what happens. That's the beauty of the planning. But you have to do the planning. It doesn't have to be a laborious process. It could just be like, okay, like for example, this Anthony Robinson that owns the Plant Lounge. He's Energy Gardens on Instagram and online, I believe. But he probably said, okay, listen, I'm tired of my 9 to 5. I don't want to go to work Monday. What do I have to do? Well, I love plants. Let me research and see where, I'm going to go where everybody buys their plants wholesale. I'm going to sell them. I'm going to do this. I'm going to have the plant lounge. I'm going to do the space. I'm going to arrange it to where it looks like an enjoyable living space. Have people come over, teach them how to put the succulents together and put the plants together, make the terrariums and the I forgot what it's called, the wood boxes, and you put it on the wall. I think it was sea moss or sea something. That artistic. That's artistic. Carlos says, I knew you would laugh. Carlos says, LOL to my A-Team. My A-Team reference because I love that show. I pity the fool. Yep, Mr. T. I pity the fool. So I mean, I love that quote. Oh, it won't go away. So I love that quote because it's like that when you plan it, it comes together. When you make the plan. If you don't make the plan, it doesn't come together. It's just haphazard. It doesn't work. You get frustrated because it's like, well, I want to do this thing, but I didn't make a plan. So I'm just throwing things out and just doing it and nothing's working. So that's what I mean about the plan. So I hope you were inspired by that. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Ooh, I closed the tab. I hate when I do that. Let me reopen it because I want you. You can watch the rest of it. I think what they do is he's teaching the guy that's interviewing him how to make the plant. So I don't want it to play because it's going to play. So I'm trying to get
20 and 30 years.
See, it's going to play. I didn't want it to play. And it's full screen. I don't want full screen. I want default. There we go. Because that way I can copy the link. There we go. So I'm going to put this in the chat and you guys can watch it when you have a chance. Very inspiring, just like Khalid said, very inspiring. Very inspiring. So if you're thinking of, oh, let me, so it's there in the chat. So let this inspire you. Let this inspire you to, we talked about making the marketing plan and writing it down. And now I'm talking about strategy, implementing the strategy. So this is one of the strategies is be authentically you. Focus on something that brings you joy because that will radiate from when you're talking about it, when you're online sharing content and you go, well, hey, what do I share? What do I say? What's my message? It will come easily to you because you're doing something that brings you joy, that inspires you from within. There's nothing you have to plan. Well, you do, outside of the market plan, but there's nothing you have to plan outside of just, okay, what am I going to talk about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? And you can easily write that down. I have a planner for that, a PDF free. Let me know if you want it, and it can help you out where you just simply write down the themes for the day, make your content and post it because you don't want to overthink it. I think that's what stops a lot of people as far as, and I see this a lot. What do I post? I don't know what to post. I'm so confused, overwhelmed, so I don't post anything. Post anything. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're looking for perfection before you post it. But if you're being authentically you, focusing on something that you love and enjoy, that radiates from within, you know what to say. Because you'll wake up and you'll have a quote, you'll have something to write, you'll have something, well, let me share this today. And it could be simple, or it could be, okay, let me share the steps of, and you can make a character. I'm thinking of Instagram. You can make a carousel, 10 posts, or you could just make one post or one reel on one story. I think that's where we're getting stuck as business owners. It's like, what do I do? There's so many things to do. And I'm saying, keep it simple, do one thing. So maybe you post an image today, and tomorrow you post a reel, and then the next day you post a story. You don't have to do all of the things every day at once. That's where you get the overwhelm from. But the key is where you start is with your message. That's why I said the power of your message. And it comes from being authentically you, knowing what you're doing, believing in it, knowing what to say. It flows naturally. Ever heard about flow? Artists know about the flow. I know Carlos knows about it because he's a illustrator and artist. So when you get into that zone of creating, it's called flow, and everything just comes from there, and it's a great feeling. So you just it creatively it flows out of you. You don't have to think about, is this right? Is this perfect? If you're being authentically you. So I love that CBS did this show on Anthony Robinson in Texas, calls himself a plant artist. I agree. He's Energy Gardens online. And I wanted to bring that to you to show you about the power of the marketing message. It can happen, but you have to start from a place of authentically you, knowing your message, knowing what you want to get across, knowing it. And if you don't know, you're going to have to figure it out and spend some time doing that. Okay. Well, thank you guys for joining me today. I'm going to cut this short because I'm feeling a little, my throat is a little dry. So, and I've been talking since 11 o'clock with the bishop. So I want to end this early. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, questions, thoughts, opinions about this topic or anything that has to do with marketing strategy, marketing plan, put it in the chat. Let me know. Also, you can find me everywhere online, Terry Johnson online. Reach out wherever, Instagram, Twitter, I'm everywhere. So put it there. Ask me your questions. Let me know what you're thinking. Also, I forgot, if you haven't joined my Discord, let me bring it up. Hold on, guys. So there's join my Discord. That's my QR code where if you're watching not on your phone, if you're watching on your phone, you won't be able to scan with your phone. No, you'll have to be watching on your desktop or on the TV or another device and get your phone and then point it at the screen. It will bring up where you can join the Discord. And I also have a link. I'll put it in the chat. I don't have it on this computer because I had to switch. Long story. I had to switch. So join my Discord. The Discord is an area where there's going to be everything all rolled up into one. So if I talk about a freebie like the social media planner, or if I have some cheat sheets, roadmaps, free stuff, free courses, training, whatever, it's all membership is all going to be there. That's what I'm going to talk about. And also have a bot putting my tweets in to talk about social media news. So if you don't have Twitter or you don't follow me on Twitter, you go to the Discord and you can see it. Now, Discord is an app and you can see it on the desktop. So there is a link I will put in after the live. Sorry, because I don't have it to put it in now. But I will put it in. So join me on the Discord. It's still new. It's on the landing, and we're getting ready to, strap in and do what we gotta do. So thank you for that. Oh, Khalid says, hope you feel better. Thank you. I think I will. Just a couple of days. Hey, Tachi's here. Welcome. Always glad to see you here. And I'm going to end this because I can feel my voice going. So it's starting to crack. But thank you for joining me this week. And hopefully everybody has a productive week. Be sure to join me in the Discord server or online, Terry Johnson Online, wherever you're looking for me. And just tune in listen where you are. You can go to terryjohnsononline.live to find me for next week's marketing chat. So don't miss it. Same time, same place. Don't miss it. All right. So everybody have a wonderful day, and I will see you all later.